Welcome back. This is our roast, as I said, matter. It's not easy, honestly. I think I'm going to do biri now. Honestly, because it's not easy. All right. Okay, let's go to our hot topic. Yes, the matriarch of the Awolowo family, Chief Mrs. Hannah Awolowo, fondly called H.I.D, is dead, as you know. She died in the early hours on Friday. She is actually the wife of the late sage, Chief Obafemi Awolowo. She was said to have passed on after she had held a meeting with her family members on the plans of her 100-year birthday. Our condolences to the Awolowo family. Would like you to call in. You can pay your own respects to the family by sharing your thoughts about her death and just goodwill messages. You can call us on 070-8066-8014. You can tweet to us at TVC_ENT. Now, we've read all the stories about, in fact, the major story of how she died. I thought that was such an impressive. I mean, everybody's prayer
is to die like that. Yes.
Who wants to recount? Because I read that story.
I read yesterday that they had a meeting to plan the centenary because she's 99. She's going to be 100 in 2 months'
November,
time.
yeah.
And it was supposed to be a very big celebration. Then the children, grandchildren, all of them were around with her planning the party, and they had like a praise and worship session. They were praying, singing all together, and then she was tired. She went to relax in her daughter's arm. And she just
that's not how the thing went. Wait, calm down. Wait. Let me tell you how the thing happened.
Okay.
There was a planning committee. They were having the meeting, and they started the meeting. The mama was brought in. She came. She said, and you know, and they all greeted her. She prayed for them. She was part of. I read it. That's what I read now. She was part of the meeting. They discussed. After a while, she said, she's tired. She went back to her room. She laid down. She now told her PA that I want to go and bring my lunch. Now I'm bought on the yam and a goosey. I read this gist. So after she ate about a few scoops of come and join me. Second, Mama, when you finish, I'll eat. Okay. After finishing her, she now laid down. As she was lying down, she now asked the PA to call them. Some people to my help her. She wanted to sit up. Now, so they now came to try to get her to sit up. They now realized that she was a bit gasping for breath. Then I couldn't even go and call her kids down. Come, Mama is gasping for breath. Now, as they came in, they held her and she took her last breath.
Oh, that was so sweet.
That was like the sweetest way to pass on. At 99. Father Lord. Maybe no, I'm saying, like, your child.
Your children
are
around.
The good thing is that the children, great-grandchildren, there was a whole planning committee were available. They were all there.
So she ate pounded yam.
Yes.
And so her journey into heaven.
That journey, I mean.
what I felt, we didn't do is that what lifestyle could she have, had that she could live long? We see the life expectancy, like you said, is now 47. 49. Amongst us, we need to check. We need to copy a lot of things.
I know. Let's find out what she ate.
No, but
we need to copy a lot
yam
of
is
things.
A vegetable. If you're eating many vegetables, meaning that yams, potatoes, leave out all the flour, pasta,
refined.
Exactly. Just make sure that your food is organic, is natural, and lots of vegetables and fruits. Because they will say, pounded yam makes you fat, but look at her at 99, she was still eating pounded yam.
Because she was wealthy, she was well taken care of. She like that. It was money that we had that's the argument. Like
no, but the environment. Now I hear that where she stays in Ikene, the fresh hair, greenery, everything is just healthy, natural, as compared to what we live here. And apart from that, I know that she was very active. People kept coming to visit her. She had an advice she's always advising people. She has an opinion on everything, and people believe that she's
at 99. You advise people.
Yes,
what do you want to say? She was born 1915.
Yes. She had seen everything.
She's older than Nigeria. She was there in the beginning, so I'm saying like it was such an honor to even know that she was also a politician.
Yes.
But a lot of people don't know that she was actually stood in for her husband when he was jailed, when he was in prison. I think she was part of when the NCNC and AG came together. She was standing in. According to what I read, the plan was that she'll be elected, and then when her husband is released, she'll step down for him. But the idea is that she was also a businesswoman. She was very, very successful. She brought, she was the first to actually bring in textile. I just read that online. She was well educated.
So that answers Jumoke's question for state burial.
No, she didn't do that for Nigeria.
Okay, let me take.
She did it for Western.
Let me take Dr. Omote's call. Good morning, Dr. Omote.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you doing today?
Very well.
Yeah. I want to really thank God for the life of person like Mrs. H.I.D Awolowo. You see, this is how to live a good life. This is a sample for politicians in Nigeria. They should ask themselves, up to this present moment, everybody is still talking about Awolowo. Do a good job so that people can talk good about you. Good morning.
Very well, and I have to correct myself. I was told that it's actually pounded cocoa yam, not yam, not pounded yam.
You just mentioned something very important. My mom went back to school. After her father died, she stopped schooling. And then when Awolowo said everybody should go back to school, free education, my mom actually went back to school based on that free education as a matured person, not even as that she was a small girl that should be in secondary school. A lot of people can attest to their lives being blessed by that free education, good roads, cocoa and everything. That is one person's legacy that we can always remember.
Exactly.
Now, that our wife, his wife is being honored because of the impact he had. And he's been dead for almost 30 years now. And we can't forget that name.
So if as a person, if you do well and fulfill purpose or do what God has called you to do, not only your children, even your spouse.
No, but you know that they always say that behind a good man is a good woman. Because if the home front was not comfortable enough for him, he would not have been able to do the much that he did.
Let me take Bolanho's call. Bolanho, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Morning. Please go ahead.
I just want to say one or two things. Why is all these fathers are going to Mama? And number two, I think I will hope.
Can you hear him? No. I'm having trouble hearing you, sir.
If grandchildren, that is one thing I love now is that.
All right, I'm having trouble hearing you properly.
We have tweets.
Now, we have tweets. Let's see some tweets, please.
The phone line was cracking.
Fagbin Olatunde says, Nigeria lost a rare gem, but to those who pray to die like that, can our dubious and bad attitude lead us to this? That Nigerians should, emulate her fully and be outstanding. Then Olga Richmond Evans says, H.I.D leave a good legacy on ground for people to emulate. I sympathize with the family members. Mama don't die. She lives on, guys.
Now, I was seeing on the papers today, Toluwa Lashe, her great-granddaughter, signing her condolence line. Wouldn't you be honored to have like a great-grandmother?
I like to
come from that lineage. And also now her granddaughter is the vice president's wife. So could that be the reason why they are offering this
No, I don't think so. What I think is that if we don't know, and a lot of people, the ignorance level is very, very high. People don't even know who she is.
A lot of young people don't know.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know her impact, because I know that she supported a lot of NGOs. She did a whole lot to support women, and we don't know that. Somebody probably should put together our memoirs and all that, so that we can educate our younger generation.
We have a tribute video, and then you might want to say something. Go ahead.
I was going to say something about the children. I found out that while reading about her in the papers this morning, none of her children derailed. It was like, the father had left a legacy, and everybody, down to the great-grandchildren, look at the vice president's wife, and everybody just fell in line. This, in some families when you have large history, like one person will bring one bad egg into the, but I think the Ilere is very important, and that children should also try to inherit legacies from their parents.
Fantastic. Let's take this tribute video because it was running on our news. We'd like to share it also for those of you that have not watched it. Stay with us. Right back.
Hannah Idowu Awolowo ni Adelano was born in Ikene Remo, Ogun State on November the 25th, 1915 to Chief Odugbemi Adelano and Princess Elizabeth Oyeshile Adelano. H.I.D was affectionately referred to as the jewel of inestimable value by her husband, the late First Republic politician, Chief Obafemi Awolowo. She began her formal education in 1921 at St. Saviour's Anglican School, Ikene. She later moved to St. Peter's Anglican School, Faji, Lagos. Between 1928 and 1933, Chief Mrs. Awolowo attended Methodist Girls High School, Broad Street, Lagos. She went on to teach at the same school from 1934 to 1936. She got married to late Chief Obafemi Awolowo in 1937. Dideolu was made a class leader at Agbeni Methodist Church in 1940 after years of devoted attendance. She also played an active role in the politics of Western Nigeria. Her devotion to her husband through thick and thin came to the fore when she stood in for her husband in the alliance formed between the NCNC and the action group called the United Progressive Grand Alliance, UPGA, while Chief Obafemi Awolowo was held as a political prisoner. A successful businesswoman and astute politician, she was the First Lady of the Old Western region. She has played innumerable roles both at the national and international fronts. She was made the Mojibade of Ikene, Iyalode of Remo land, Yeye Oodua of Yoruba land, and was bestowed with the prestigious National Award of the Commander of the Order of the Niger, CON. Among other awards, H.I.D was awarded the Doctor of Letters of the University of Calabar and the Ogun State University, now Olabisi Onabanjo University. On September the 5th, 2009, she received the award of the Fellow of Academy of Religion by the Nigerian Association for the Study of Religion in recognition of her unique and unwavering contributions to the advancement of humanity and her role in the employment of religion as a veritable tool both in national and global development. She was not just the matriarch of the Awolowo dynasty, she was a legend.
Wow. Wow, wow. That was obviously worth sharing because a lot of people didn't know who she was. But now we know, and we just pay our condolences that say that may we live
long enough to be like her.
Yeah.
May we have more people like her in our society to talk about.
Yeah. May we might have more martyrs like this, more people that we want to emulate, because it's just that we lack a lot of role models.
So you got into my point, because in order for us not to to lose these values, I'd rather that we had it as a history course where our young girls would know who to make a role model, because these days we just see everybody, because she's my role, we don't have proper role models.
1921, so it's never too late. You have to educate your
strong values for culture, strong values for religion, strong values, something more solid to make you family values to make you.
I can see it in all our children's children. All right,
that's a virtuous woman.
I'm telling you. All right, that's all we can take on this. When we return, a very complicated matter that we don't really understand, but we want clarity. Bukola Saraki matter. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Now, the Nigeria Code of Conduct Bureau has filed charges against the Senate President, Bukola Saraki, for alleged false declaration of assets. He's being charged to court today also, right? To get more insight on these allegations and what this is about, we have with us a social commentator and a lawyer, Mr. Steve Adaramoye. Welcome to the show, sir.
Thank you very much.
So, Mr. Sorry, did I say Mrs.? I do apologize. All right, now the thing is, we've been hearing that Senate President Code of Conduct Bureau has filed these charges. We just really want to have a good understanding of what these charges are. Yeah, we understand the charges are that what was it again? What the actual charges that
declaration of property in anticipation.
Yeah, so okay.
How many of them? About
13 counts. Now, first of all, our first question is, could you help us understand what these allegations are and why they are so grave?
First and foremost, may I use this opportunity to extend or to give my condolences to the Awolowo family. Yes. In fact, Nigeria has lost a very rare gem. As the husband actually described her as a jewel of inestimable value, which everybody has an opportunity, one way or the other, to agree with him. So it's a lot of things actually. It's actually to come to this very world. But what are you using it? What kind of legacy are you leaving behind? Like Jumoke said, behind every successful man, there is a woman. She was that kind of a very typical woman that she devoted all her talents to support her husband. I wouldn't know whether the husband will have reached that great height without her. My condolences to her, to the family. Now, coming to the issue of Senate President, Dr. Bukola Saraki. It's a very serious issue, so to say. When you look at the 5th schedule of the 19th Constitution as amended, very particularly, it concerns the issue of code of conduct for public officers. Okay. And then when you are talking, you look at the problem today, those things that have hampered our growth and development, majorly, you could put them into 2 things, corruption and impunity. Corruption and impunity. And I very much believe that, all things being equal, those that our helms of affairs, they should try as much as possible to live by example. And those people that put that very particular act in our constitution, I know, they have a reason for putting it there.
But the question is always that, why Saraki? Is it because he became the Senate president without his party's approval, or why is he? Because we know corruption and impunity are the 2 major things that brought us where we are. But it's not only Saraki. It didn't start with Saraki, and it has not ended with Saraki. So why Saraki? That's the question people are asking.
There is a new sheriff in town. There is a Daniel on the throne. You understand me? If you look at everything that is happening, as at now you see NEPA sitting tight. You understand? Every aspect of our departments, you understand? Everybody is trying just to sit tight because they don't know the evil that is going to befall them. You understand? So because of the nature of the person that is there, you know, even Jesus Christ said, he said, if judgment is going to happen, it's going to start from the house of God. So in essence, this is a criminal matter. You understand? All those allegations, they border on crime.
That brings me to my question. Yes. Can the fight against corruption be personified in the presidency only? Is it not, shouldn't it be a collective thing about something every single Nigerian? Because, you know, we see some people coming out now to say they are persecuting the person of Saraki because of how the presidency of the Senate went about.
No. Let's get something right. This is a criminal matter. You understand me? That it's not statute bad. It could be raised at any material time. Then 2, which we have to get clear, it doesn't have immunity. So when you are looking at that very area, we just have to be very, very careful and sensitive about it.
But Nigerians, but Senate President, he doesn't have immunity.
No, he doesn't have
immunity. Nigerians
are
divided about this fight. That's what I'm saying. That, you know, the fight is, people are believing that the fight against corruption, you know, is now a form of persecution, is selective.
It's not, at least it's a member of their party.
Okay.
You understand?
I want to ask a different question. Now, what impact would this case have on his Senate presidency as a seat while being tried right now? Can he still retain that position? If he goes on trial, would he be asked to step down from being this Senate
let me say something. President? Let me say something. You see, in this part of the world, people don't have shame. You understand? It's most unfortunate. In other crimes, when you have a very grievous allegation, bordering on crime, a serious allegation of this magnitude, all things being equal, you are bound to step down. You understand? And actually, what I've seen so far, I believe, is just giving a continuation to the culture, tradition, custom of impunity that is on ground. You understand? That's my problem with Nigeria. A thing of this very nature, all things being equal, It's still an allegation. You're a lawyer. You understand? It's still an allegation. You understand? If you have no skeleton in your your cupboard, I think you should go and defend yourself.
But he has gone to court.
Yes.
A case that is about to be tried, to be...
He ran to court.
He went to court to get an injunction against being taken to Code of Conduct Tribunal.
No, let me say something. Let me explain that very well. Code of Conduct, under the 5th schedule, I cite my constitution. I believe that they belong to the same they are of the same court of coordinate jurisdiction. You understand? If you go through the 5th schedule, you know, you will discover that they are court of the same coordinate jurisdiction.
You are on the same hierarchy.
Yes, you are of the same hierarchy. You understand? So it cannot constitute as an appellate court.
Okay, I have a question.
Yes.
Concerning Code of Conduct Bureau, aren't they as liable as Saraki if he is liable? Because he was governor twice.
Yes.
He'd been in the Senate for 4 years.
Yes.
Why are they just bringing up this case?
Where?
Yeah, that's...
There may be, well, there might, you know, if you look at what has been going on ordinarily, you might say, you might say, anything on my first sunje, how will I translate that?
Someone that you want to roast.
Yes, does not put palm oil.
So he caused it by himself.
Exactly.
Actually, by tampering with
by the schedule. Because they tampered, they said that his deputy...
standing order. That was the standing order. That's
yes,
separate.
tampered with the standing order. That's how he got into position.
That's a separate matter from, you know, the Code of Conduct Bureau. It's a standing order.
Yeah, but that's what led...
No, but so that means that you have invariably said that it is a political matter. It was a politically motivated matter. Because you see that what
let me say something. It's a witch hunting. If there is no witch, you can't hunt. You understand?
It's not the only witch.
You understand? They are starting.
With
no,
one.
let me say something. We are entering into a new climb.
Okay.
You understand? It is very, very country. And we just have to support what is going on.
Okay.
You understand? We have to support
people
it.
Will support it
yes.
when they feel that the allegations are not selective, where everybody is inclusive.
No, but I must say something. In the beginning, we were saying that it should start the trial from inside. The PDP kept clamoring, start from inside. Now, he decided to try inside. Saraki.
He said he said he's not involved. Our president has categorically said, I am not involved. So why you say he started from inside?
No, not him. Let me say that the government should try within their party. That was what Olisametu was clamoring for. Suddenly, Olisametu is now saying that how come they are trying the figure of Saraki first? Okay. So I think that we should give them the...
I want us to go back to Tokwe's earlier question about what this really means for the House. Now, I need to know, I mean, what would like to clarity on is, do they have the power to actually insist that he steps down because of these kind of allegations, or can he still ride the storm and say, you know what, these two will pass and eventually I can still retain the presidency? I
may not know what their standing order is in the House over there. I'm not privileged to it. But like I said, on moral ground, we've seen situations...
That's just on moral ground.
On moral ground.
Okay, let me take a quick comment.
Nigerians don't do things on moral ground.
Yeah, we don't. It's not part of our culture. It's not part of our political culture. All right, let's take a quick break. When we return, more on this topic. We'll be right back. Come back. All right, let's take some tweets from Jumoke.
Nathaniel says, Nigerian leaders are shameless. Tai Solarin resigned because he was caught driving without his driver's license. Same with Ransom Kuti. Olakule says, Saraki should go to CCT, that's the Code of Conduct Tribunal, to clear his name. Tired of him screaming of persecution, go to CCT and shame your persecutors. Niyola Loku says, the guest is spot on. insane crimes, by now Saraki would have stepped down. Was a crime committed or not, regardless of when? Last one, Bamidele Kingsley says, why is Saraki crying foul? He should defend himself if he's not guilty. He has the resources to hire a competent lawyer. He's just being scared.
Okay, let me take this call from Ola. Ola, are you there?
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning, Butumeta. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, and every other person in the studio, I greet you. Particularly your guest. I was thinking that it will be one-sided, but I see that you have been able to look at it from deeper perspective. What I want to say is this. You see, in Nigeria, just as your guest has said, we leave the main issues and start shifting things. From my own perspective, what I've studied it, as a media person that I've worked, it is the North that is after that position. And because Saraki went in there the other way, just like your guest has said, somebody they want to burn and you are pouring petrol on your body. Then is he the only person that had that problem and they have to go back to 13 years? You understand me? So let's not deceive ourselves. The issue is that this position is wanted by some people and which they are getting for it, and they are looking for all means, and this is the means.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Let me come to Nima.
The president, when he addressed the 55th National MBA conference in Abuja, said that, you know, the lawyers should assist in the fight against corruption. Now, Saraki was able to put together the best of the best. We saw the Daudu and all of them represent him at the Code of Conduct Tribunal, saying that he couldn't appear. What role should the lawyers play in this fight against corruption, particularly in this Saraki's case?
I will actually put the blame on our system, which is accusatorial. Ordinarily, if an allegation is made against you, you are not guilty until the prosecutor can prove it beyond reasonable doubt. You understand me? So on the strength of that very fact, at any material time, the lawyers has the duty to protect his client. And very funnily enough, if you look at the rules of professional ethics, I will forget this particular section, there are two contradictory sections there. One is saying that within your area of practice, you should not reject any brief. Down, it's saying that if a brief is against your conscience, against your religion, you may reject it. But for anybody that has the nature of legal profession, one way or the other, lawyers, especially in this very crime, you understand. You know, once you have money in your hand, lawyer can twist anything one way or the other.
Let me take this call from Kupolu. I don't want to lose the call. Kupolu from Ikpaja, are you there?
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, please go ahead.
Hello.
Good morning.
You people are doing fine. We appreciate you.
Thank you, sir.
I'm a first-time caller.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. You see, I wonder if Nigerians want Nigeria to move ahead. People are at the helm of affairs, and they are doing bad things. Saraki has immunity in the past 13 years. Nobody can arrest him there. Yoruba sọ̀rọ̀ wọ́n ní àṣepamọ́ ló wà, àṣegbé òsì. That was whatever you do, you keep it. People are keeping it for you. You will come back to meet it later. That is what is happening to Saraki now. If Saraki is being tried for the offense of the party past 13 years, leave them, let them try him.
Okay. All right. Thank
you. He has now committed another offense which we have not getting to the root. Let them look for that too.
All right. Okay. Thank you so much.
To clarify something, Saraki had immunity for 8 years. Also, the past 4 years, in addition to that, it was a PDP member.
Yes.
And the party ruling then was PDP. And the body language now changed, which allows everybody to prosecute anybody. So we shouldn't just turn it into a witch hunting matter.
Calculating the years.
Yes, calculating the years, 30 years, whatever. 30 years were predominantly under PDP administration, not under EPC. I want to ask a question. If found guilty, what would this mean to Saraki in terms of his position as a Senate president, in terms of his position as his properties and all the things he owns? What would it mean?
I mean just to read from the Constitution, Section 8, subsection 2. The punishment with the Code of Conduct Tribunal may impose shall include any of the following. A, vacation of office or sit in any legislative house, as the case may be. B, disqualification from membership of a legislative house and from the holding of any public office for a period not exceeding 2 years, and seizure and forfeiture to the state of any property acquired in abuse or corruption of office.
Okay.
But
only 2 years is not enough.
Let me take your question.
2 years is not enough.
I even thought it was even on something.
Like
all this Gula Balu is just now.
2 years.
Yaku, please come. Are you there?
These our laws need to be reviewed.
Honestly. Good morning, Yakub Jari.
Yeah, good morning to you all. And then, good morning to your guests.
Thank you very much.
This is Morayo. The question is this. I don't know why people are crying for about these Saraki issues. Saraki as a single person, he's a citizen of this country just like me and you. It's only because he has the opportunity to be in that position today. I can be there, you can be there tomorrow. But the question is this. If somebody is going to, I want to bring this very particular analogy. If a chief is robbing people for past 50, 100 years, and then he was caught today, are you going to tell him it because he just caught today, we should not try him, we should not send him to I'm not saying Saraki is a thief, but as I rightly said this early morning on one of the programs in AIT, see, let me tell you, whether it's 30 years, whether it's 20 years, we don't want to concern about that. Saraki belongs to APC, and then the APC as a party, they are preaching change for Nigerian citizens. If you want to go by that thing, as a leader, one of the leaders of the party, you should submit yourself to Code of Conduct Bureau or Code of Conduct Tribunal. I'm saying that if Saraki does not find anything guilty, he will go back to his position. But in a moral, to resign and then face the law. Thank you, God.
All right, thank you so much.
I have a question. Over the weekend, we heard people kept saying that because Saraki fell out with Asiwaju Bola Tinubu, that is why he's facing the Code of Conduct Tribunal. Asiwaju has also been brought before the same tribunal. Did he run away from it? What happened exactly?
No, actually he went there. He was discharged and acquitted. All things being equal. I want to say something very, very important. If, like I said, if you don't have skeleton in your cupboard, I don't see any reason why you cannot go there and present yourself. Yeah. Nelson Mandela, at the height of his power, he went to court in his celebrated divorce case. He gave evidence. Look at the case of the president of Tanzania, Kenyatta. Yes, Kenya. He stepped Kenya. He stepped down. Yes. I don't know. There is nothing extraordinary about it. If you are clean, you don't have to be afraid.
Well, unfortunately, let's take a few ways.
Just to Awolowo Nathaniel said PDP asked President Buhari to start his anti-corruption fight from his party. The man started with Saraki, and PDP seems to be complaining. Nigerian IT Job said it's a shame that corruption is being selectively in this admin. Why not set up a ground to try all such cases?
I want to say something else. That see, as Nigerians, we're all in this fight together. We all want a better country. I think that irrespective of where you're from in the country, failure by Buhari is failure for the entire country. So let us support him in anything he's doing as much as possible. Don't wish him to fail. Don't pray for him to be so.
That the president says he has nothing to do with it. I don't know why I keep bringing Buhari's to.
No. I'm just saying we should support. We're not talking about this. I'm saying that generally support the president in everything he's doing and pray he has wisdom to do the right thing. Don't wish him failure or anything, because failure by the president is failure for the country.
Unfortunately, we have to close the show.
Okay.
But me, I know that no matter how they probe or no probe, my own mother lost money in Societe Generale.
So
this probe thing just return, because me, I don't mind collect some dollars right now. So please, if you are going to do Saraki, I beg, make sure that Societe Generale money comes back. Okay, any last words? I have to go.
Well, all what I would say, people should take their mind away from seeing Saraki as being witch hunted. I don't want to see it that very way. Let's sanitize Nigeria. Very, very important.
Simple. All right, that's all we can take on the show today. Have a blessed day. Bye-bye.